Anna, Taehyung, you shouted for Taehyung, who looked back at his unconscious face. Please immediately came near you and tapped on your cheeks. Taehyung, you open your eyes. Mrs. Kim and Hano Halo shake you, but there was no response from you. Mrs. Kim, Miss Kim, please call Dr. Matthew. He must be outside, holding her daughter in her arms. Taehyung lifted invited her and took you in a distant room. Meanwhile, Dr. Matthew came to check on you. In bedroom, Taehyung was sitting beside you on bed and caressing your hair. Taehyung, what happened? He shook impatiently. Doctor is she passed out due to shock resulting in low BP. Thinking deeply, he scribbled something upon his prescription pad and gave it to Mr. Kim. Doctor, please get this injection. Roger came forward and took prescription. Roger, I will get them, Taehyung, but how is she now? Doctor, she is okay for now, but thinking how to break the news. Taehyung, please, uncle, I want to know all truth in deep voice. Doctor, I don't know, Taehyung, how much you are aware about you past. I was in constant touch with you, grandma, over these years. Once she mentioned that you had suffered from nervous breakdown post her parents' death. She has seen them dying in front of her eyes. That got her severe mental trauma resulting in depression. The doctor was slipped away from floor from Taehyung feet. Taehyung, what are you saying, uncle? Mumbled Doctor is Taehyung, though she was recovered over the years, but I am afraid loss of her grandma death should not trigger the same. How much your wife was close to her grandma that you know better than anyone else. Shaking is it? Taehyung, no, I will not let anything happen to her with teary and tighten his grip over your palm. Harsha, we all are with you, Taehyung. We will not let anything happen to our daughter, determined. Doctor, I know Harsha. You guys have to be very, very careful around her. At least for some days, be with her in all possible ways. I am going to give her sleeping injection. Let her rest for some time. Also, I will put her on glucose drip. Time skips at night bedroom. It was night. Harsha and Miss Kim went to the astronaut home. Various Hana and Mrs. Kim were taking rest in the hall. Taehyung was wide awake. He was still sitting beside his wife. He was staring you while caressing your hair with love and care with one hand and holding your hand with his other hand. You was looking so pale, tired within few just hours with tight tear marks on your cheeks. He remembered how you was looking so fresh in morning. Nowadays, you must be used to be around him while he was getting ready for office, passing him his wallet and making nut of his tie, helping him wear his suit, was adding on your daily routine. He remembered your smile when today morning he bid bye to you before leaving for office. Realization about you's past had shaken him to the core. He could not even imagine how a 13 years old would have faced the most terrible incident of your life. No doubt why you are so timid and apprehensive about everything. He will protect you with his all being. He will be your shield. Nobody can even think to harm you. You have become his life, his soul, his spirit. He has fell in love with his caricature and deeply magic. Yes, he love you beyond all limit. Thinking this Taehyung bent down and planted his soft face on you, forehead, sealing a promise. He will be your knight in shining armor. He will love you, cheer you, and keep you happy away from all pain. His last breath. Time skips next morning. You, mom, please don't leave me, murmured in your sleep. Taehyung jerked with your mumbled and opened his eyes. He himself didn't know when he slept. He looked at you. You were still sleeping but mumbling something. He tried to hear you. You, grandma, please no, dad, stay with me. Please don't leave me alone, mom, please. Taehyung dropped his shoulder, listening you mumbling. Taehyung shakes you slightly. You wake up. It is me, Taehyung. You open your eyes slowly. You saw Taehyung who was lying beside you and holding you. It took some moments where you got hold on yourself. You blinked your eyes every time to stop your tears. You looked sideways to hide your pain. Taehyung realized his position. He was very close to you. Might be uncomfortable with his proximity, so he got up and made a safe distance between them. Taehyung, are you okay? You him to try to get up to sit. Taehyung, careful, there is IV on your hand helping you see. Then turned to go out. I will call the nurse to take it out. Nurse came and removed your IV, followed by nurse. Mrs. Kim entered your room with teacups. Mrs. Kim, how are you? You dear, come have some tea. You will feel better when she sees you coming out from washroom and continued hand overing another cup. Mrs. Kim, Taehyung, your black coffee. You, mom, it is. I would have made it. Why did you bother? You felt guilty because of you. Your mother-in-laws are working. Hana, you, it's okay. Don't worry. As it is, this not prepared by us. Shanta, cook from our ancestral house, has sent tea, coffee, and breakfast for all of us. Family and others entering room with a plate of breakfast. Mrs. Kim and a portfolio feed you. After some time, use grandma bedroom. You entered your grandma room, which was empty now. Just Tia was lighting up as per ritual. Taehyung, well, you like your shadow whenever you were going. He was following you. You, Taehyung, I am fine. You were sitting in front of the but you could feel Taehyung was standing beside you near doorstep. Taehyung walked inside grandma room and sat on the floor beside you. Taehyung, I know you are a very brave girl. I have ever seen you. Looked at him with your puffy eyes. You, can I stay here for some days, please? With tears, Taehyung. We will not staying here till the time you want. Holding your hand, you looked at him invite. You know, Taehyung, how can you stay here? Your office work, shaking your head. Taehyung, nothing is more important than you tightening his grip on your hand. You, Taehyung, you are mom, big mother, you all will not be comfortable in this house. It is small and there are not all facilities. Try to listen out, Taehyung. We have you here and that's matter the most. Cut you and said without determination voice. You looked at your husband, you felt blessed to have him in your life. You kept your head on his shoulder and closed your eyes. Taehyung and hugged his arm around you inside a way. Mrs. Kim and Hana was standing at the room door praying for their children relation. Time skips at afternoon in bedroom. Meena family ladies entered home with some relatives who came to meet you to give their consolation, or we can say they wanted to be in good books of Miss Kim. You, Taehyung. Taehyung was inside your room looking at his mails on his phone, but his full concentration was on all talks going on outside, and he was frustrated with the talks outside. Crowd was more concerned about their married life, their richness, and their new grandma dismiss. He could easily feel they were faking the concern. He could not hear what you was replying. He guessed you might be nodding your head in your reply. Living room. After 10 minutes, it was too much for Taehyung to take, so he came out, stuffing his both hands in his track pant pockets. Taehyung, you need to take medicine, and it is high time you took any rest. I suggested taking a nap for some time. Come to the room. Looking at his cold and smug out, the relative decided to say goodbye and leave the house. Taehyung gave medicine to you and made you sleep due to medicine effect. You also slept in deep slumber. Mina's family were at use grandma house. Taehyung came out of room. Taehyung, please, auntie, don't take me wrong, but I don't want anybody from your relative to stress you by repeating the same story. So please, no more waste. Continue while looking at Roger, who was at main door. Roger, no outside should meet you without any my permission. Meena, Jesu, grandma, and Jesu were looking at him in disbelief. They could not believe a person who can go on his knees for you become so humble and modest. Become such a rude for arrogant others. He was a true bipolar. Mrs. Kim and Hannah shaded look. They knew their son possessiveness. Time skips after dinner, which Shanta has sent for all. Mr. and Mim and Harsha started leaving for the ancestral house. You forced Mrs. Kim and Hannah as well as to go there last night. So also they did not get peaceful sleep. They will be coming early morning as during this only your two mother-in-laws left them alone and left for their house. In bedroom, Dayang, you sleep on bed, I will sleep on drawing room couch. He remember you at today's morning reaction. You are still not ready for that level of physical proximity, and your bed was quite small, hardly enough for two people. You would be uncomfortable. Why you can sleep here? We can adjust. You did not want to be alone. You wanted him to be beside you. Dayang, are you sure you won't be uncomfortable? Ask you again to confirm. You just nodded, please. After some time, Taehyung looked at you. You were sleeping facing him, but what captured his eyes that you was holding his hand in your sleeve. You have started depending on him, trusting him. He has become integral part of your life. But does you love him like he does? Maybe or maybe not. But he will make you fall for him, and they will have their life ever after. Time skips next morning. Morning Sundays disturb you sleep. You opened your eyes. You wanted to rub your eyes, so you tried to raise your hand but felt firm grip on your hand. You looked beside your husband. He was sleeping, holding your hand in his sleep. He was sleeping in sitting position, half lying on the bed, resting his back on the head. But this one was holding your hand, whereas other was on the back of your head, looking like he was scared, raising your head when he slept. You man, I am really blessed to get a husband like him. He cared for me like my parents and grandma cared for me. I can't even imagine what would have been my life if he has not there. I thank to that person who ditched me at last moment on our marriage day. Else I would have never been able to meet him. Please God, please keep your blessing on this precious relationship. You slowly removed his hand from his grip. You kept one pillow adjusting his head. You looked at him for some time and then got up close to the curtain so that sunrise would not disturb his sleep. You might don't know what time he slept. Let him sleep for some time. You went to washroom for shower. After some time, you came out from washroom while rubbing your hair. You again looked at your husband who was sleeping. You mind he looked tired. I will make his black coffee. You went to kitchen. The young felt loss of your hand warmness, so he opened his eyes. He looked here and there. You was not in the room. He got himself for sleeping. He thought you must be in grandma room, so he just got up from bed and ran to grandma room. But you was not there. He heard some little sound. He looked in kitchen. You was there near gas stove. In kitchen, Taehyung, you, what are you doing here? Grabbing your arm and turned you towards him. You looked at him. We looked worried to the hill, concerned and patting heavily. You, I am making your black coffee. You put your hand on his, which was holding you. Taehyung closed his eyes and took deep breath, relaxing himself. Taehyung, no need for that. You come and take this, pulling you to away from kitchen platform. You, I am fine, Taehyung. Please don't worry this much for me, Taehyung. That I will decide whether you are fine or not. Taehyung, turn off the gas and pull you in to get you out of the kitchen. You, Taehyung, please let me do this. It will be divert my mind if I am occupied. Taehyung, okay, you sit on the dining chair. I will make coffee and tea for you. Just tell me where the ingredients are being stubborn. You know kitchen work. You was amazed to know about his quality of your husband. Young is I can cook not entire meal but basic stuffs like my black coffee, omelets, couple eggs, toast, etc. I learned when I was in US for studies turning on the gas. You guided him with the sugar and coffee tins and Young made black coffee for himself and tea for you. Meanwhile, you were sitting on a small dining table beside kitchen platform which was enough for two people. Taehyung kept two mugs on dining table. You are seeing his care. Taehyung, hey, don't be sad. I thought I can at least make drinkable tea and coffee. I guess taking his shoulder. You smiled in tears. Taehyung, oh God, I can do anything for this smell. Even it feel lead to me make tea for you every day. Sharing you. You was admiring him while drinking your tea and appreciating his effects. After a moment, Mrs. Kim and Hannah entered home with their breakfast. As Taehyung and interested could not allow any outsiders such as neighbors and relatives inside grandma house. After some time in bedroom, you took out old album from grandma cupboard. It has many pictures of your parents, grandma, your childhood pics. You were remembering the oldest. Young was beside you looking at pictures and asking you any detail with those, and you were sharing your memories with him with a small smile and details, remembering the good golden days. Mrs. Kim, you mom wanted you to be happy. If you will cry like this, she will feel bad wiping your tears. Hannah, she is correct, dear. Mom has lived her life with dream of you being happy in your life. She felt content when you and Taehyung got married, and she saw you happy during your reception. She will be always with us in our memories, just like your mom and dad. Okay, raising your hair, you nodded your head in agreement. Time skips. Taehyung along with Mr. Kim and Harsha and you and emails went for some work about you. Grandma Taehyung was reluctant to leave you alone, but since he was grandson-in-law of you, Grandma asked him to accompany till river after detailed instruction session to Roger. He stepped out of it afternoon. Living room. Meena, Jiho, Grandma and Jiho along with came to you Grandma house. Jiho, Grandma, you, we want to discuss with you something while taking a seat on the dining room couch. You, yes, Grandma. Meena, you we talk to priest. She is saying we can do all the last rituals for mom tomorrow. You whatever you say, auntie nodding your head. Meena, okay then priest will come home tomorrow morning at 7 to do rituals. You nodded in agreement. Meena, also we want to discuss something else as well. I know mom has put you as nominee for this house. So after mom, this house is on your name. Earlier that would have made sense, but now you are wife of Taehyung and daughter-in-law of Kim family, the richest family. Your bedroom in that house is much bigger than this house. So I was thinking if you transfer the ownership at this house to Jiho, then we can use it during her wedding. Jiho grandma, I know this house your grandma bought from your mom and dad's savings, so you have right on this, but now you don't need it. Wages for us, we are still middle class. Even as far the amount of investment is big for us, we can rent it out, or when time comes, we can sell it. I understand, auntie and grandma, I will not transfer the house in Jiho. I'm nodding your head, though you were sad that the house you lived with your grandma for last 10 years, you have so many memories with your grandma in this house will soon belong to someone else. Meena, thank you. I will ask Joseph to get papers ready within next 2 or 3 days. Then you can sign them as it is. You are here. Let's finish all from us before you go to bus and you nodded your head. Mrs. Kim, how can they say all these things to you now? Sister whispered to Hannah. They were in kitchen. They did not want to involve in the internal family matters. Mrs. Kim, it is not even 2 days for mom demise, and these people are talking about property with this believed tone. Hannah, David, there must be some logical reason, but I also agree this is not the right time. They should have waited till this 1 week, shaking her head. Mrs. Kim, thank God Taehyung is not at home, else he would have taken this home on his head till now listening to their talks. Hana, I will give call to Mona and will say to you that everybody from home want to talk to her so that we can bring her out from the discussion. Hana, you dear Mona want to talk to you also, mom. Taehyung grandma is there coming to grand drawing room. You talk to Mona, Grandma, Yuri, Pihu, Gopi, Grandma over video call. They ask you about your health and try to divert your mind. We are missing you, sister Yuri and Pihu said with a cute part, not only family members but mates also Chend also concerned about their you dear. In very short span of time, you has become everybody favorite. Jiho was looking at you with jealous feeling and cursing her own mother. If that day you would have married into Nikhil, Jiho thought she had chances for holding Kim tag with her name, but today you is holding the title and all are favoring you as well. Time skips at night. Terrace post dinner. You went to terrace adjusted to their room. You was looking at starting. You have take this you which catch cold hand during a shovel to you. You took shovel from him and wrapped around you. You young when mom and dad left me. Grandma told me that they become stars. You will always look after me. Now look, grandma also become a star. She will also be with me right while gazing at stars. Dang, is you always wrap his arm around your shoulder and continue. It is too cold here. Let's go inside, else you will catch cold. You can stay here for some time. Please, Dang nodded his head and stood beside you. Time skips next day at veranda. You and all got up early for ritual. Priest came and performed all last ritual for Grandma. Young got one call from us and it was sudden. So it's a good time went inside Grandma house to talk. We were standing and talking to Mrs. Kim when you hear the most unwanted voice. Hello, you. How are you? You shivered with that voice. You. I heard about your grandma. I'm sorry for your loss. You did not have guts to turn back and look at the person you knew him very well. You were gulping the lump as well as tried to control your taste. Mrs. Kim was looking at you blankly, so you gathered all your strength and turned around to look at the most discussed person. You did not even look at him. You was looking here and there for Taehyung. You just wanted him to hold and hide yourself in his arm, but he was not there, so you started looking down with pressed lips. Person, we all are with you in this difficult period, raising his hand and tried to carry your hair. You shifted a step back, looking at his action, saying, excuse me, how dare you think to touch her in cold and dangerous face with filmy eyes, putting his arm around your shoulder and stuffing one hand in pant pocket. You looked at him and left a deep sigh. You shifted near him, feeling revealed. Various a person got fletcher with young reaction and took his hand back immediately. Jiso grandma Taehyung is Sahil Mainip who joined them with Joseph. Joseph just Taehyung. Sahil is my cousin who lives in other city. He came to meet us after knowing about mom and said he is a new person to Taehyung. Sahil, hello Taehyung. Sahil gave his hand to Taehyung for handshake. Taehyung looked at his hand and just nodded with a cut look. Taehyung to you. You have extended yourself too much today. Now come inside, take some rest. Shifted his gaze towards you with smile. You nodded, looking at him, and Taehyung turned you to take you back to Grandma's house. Mrs. Kim also followed them back to home. Jiho, Grandma, I don't understand what his problem is. He is so arrogant and rude, scrunching her nose with displeased voice. Where Sahil was observing with a figure of you. Jiho fumed in anger, looking at you and Taehyung closeness. He was protecting you like you are made up of any glass, caring for you like newborn baby. How much Jiho wished to be a place of you, holding all attention from Taehyung. Roger, please no outside away. On Sahil was entering in Grandma's with Meena family, Jiho, but he is family with anger. Hana, Roger allowed them to come inside. Roger, but ma'am, sir, I need to talk to sir since this person is also a reason out. Hana, it's okay, I will talk to Taehyung. It is dinner time. At dining room, it was night, and Shanta have bought dinner for all. And since Meena family was also busy full day, Mrs. Kim and Hana asked them to join for dinner. Everybody was in dining room. You, Mrs. Kim and Shanta were putting food in the plate. Taehyung was usual following you. He was sitting on dining chair of the kitchen. They came also for joining other for dinner. You sat beside Taehyung, but you were still disturbed with his eye present. Taehyung felt your uneasiness. Taehyung in whisper, you, what happened? Are you okay? You human looking at him with nod and smile. Joseph, you, I have talked to lawyer. He is preparing papers within 2 days. We will get it breaking the silence of the room. Taehyung Stephen with the topic of discussion. Last night you told him about your discussion with Meena and Jiho grandma. He was not at all concerned with this small property, but it was your house. You had memories. You have emotionally connected with this place, and after all, it was purchased from your parents' saving. But he chose to keep him. He didn't want to interfere in the family matter. You, okay, uncle nodded your head. So you have grown up, and Joseph told me you got married recently. How is married life and receive all attention from Taeyang? You, it is good with a displeased tone crunching your eyebrows. Sahil, I hope Taeyang is taking good care of you with love. Sounded it has fun to pull their legs, but in sarcastic tone. Taeyang, I know how to take care of my wife. I then don't need any lesson from anyone. Basically, I don't like to discuss our personal life with outsiders. So please don't. Sahil, eyeing him, passing message to don't mess with me. Sahil felt offended. Nobody had insulted him till today, and this guy sitting in front of him, almost 10 years younger to him, has replied him disrespectfully 2 times in a day. Mina family was stunned to look at his author of Taehyung. He is too dangerous to face that the message passed from him and well taken by Mina family. Jino gulped in fear, listening his taunt with a murderous look which he gave to her uncle. You just put your palm on his arm, nodding in no with a pleading eyes, looking at you. Taehyung eyes softened immediately and he calmed himself back to his sober and caring shape. In bedroom, you turned your back towards sleeping Taehyung. Today he was sleeping peacefully, but there was no trace of sleep for you. You was remembering the horrible days of your childhood post your parents' death. You was in grade 12. You was somewhat recovered from the mental trauma caused due to your parents' death, and then this Hal came to visit Meena family after his wife's death. He always wanted to talk to you and be with you. He used to compliment your beautiful picture. He used to give you unnecessary attention. You used to avoid him with all your best efforts. One day when Meena went to market for groceries, so he came and gave one letter to you when he saw you busy in your studies while staring inside window. Lights were gone and you have opened window for air. You locked the door of the home after Grandma left to avoid Sahil from entering their room. You could not understand how he passed letter from window, but you opened it. Being science student, you understood that technology used in the letter. You felt disgusted for yourself and shame and God for you. You cried hard, not understanding what to do. When Grandma came, you wanted to tell her everything, but your guilt, shame, and fear did not allow you to break the news. Also, you didn't want Grandma to stress out. You tell his behavior indirectly to Meena, but she ignored it, so you become more alert and started carrying red chili powder with you in backpack. You made sure to be with grandma all the time, so this creepy grace will not try to be around you. It has been almost 15 days. I'll upset you and understand that you are avoiding him. One day when you were returning from your college, you was late due to your physics practical. You used to come through with your only friend from college, Neha, but Neha practical was scheduled for next week, so she left early. It was cold outside and due to some strike because death of famous politician roads were also distorted. Your college was 15 minutes walking distance from house, so you started walking instead wrapping your arms around your chest. You was away 2 blocks from your home when suddenly Sahil blocked your way was saying Sahil, why are you evading me? Innocent took. You, I am not evading you. I am getting late saying this. You started walking, passing him side. Oh, come on, sweetie, come with me. I will take you to mall for shopping. Then we will go to nice romantic movie and in holding your hand. You jerked his hand with a stay away from me. I don't want to come with you, side. You have to come with me. Moving his gaze on you from head to toe. You showed on his he held your hand in tight grip and pulled you closer to him. You was bewildered with it when his tears welled up in your eyes. You started shouting to get off his grip, but he was too strong for you. Sahil has put his one hand on your waist and with other he has held your fist deadly close to his face and bending towards your lips. You closed your eyes, gathered all your strength in you and kicked him on his most precious body part that made him loosen his grip. You realized yourself immediately from his hand. You opened your backpack, took out some red chili powder, threw it on his face and ran from there with jet speed. Sahil, you are mine. I will make you man. Shouted with range from back. You heard him while running. You came back home. Grandma have gone to church, so you came to your room, changed your tone, class, and went to take shower. You rubbed your body, feeling his touch. You came out after an hour. Grandma asked you and become worried looking at you. You gave lame excuse of being tired and stepped covering yourself. You were running with fever for next week. He went back to his place immediately, giving excuse of his business, but this instead left huge impact on your life. You started getting nightmares, especially during stormy nights. You used to cry, missing your parents. If they were with you, they would have protected you. You thought a lot of time to tell this to grandma, but your grandma was herself awkward with her miseries and diseases. You was gone thinking this. You kept you Taeyang stayed in sleep and tried to hold your hand, but you was not there, so he wake up to look for you. You was standing near window looking outside. Taeyang went near you and put his hand on your shoulder. Taeyang, you are not. You jerked his hand, turned and said, you don't touch me. Taeyang looked at you in shock. You was shivering, patting heavily, and sweat dropped but there on your forehead. You, Taeyang mumbled his name, recognizing him in moonlight. Your eyes became soft and tears were started flowing from your cheeks. You hugged Taeyang tightly, wrapping your arms around his neck. Taeyang felt your icy cold hands on back of his neck. Taeyang immediately wrapped his arms around your pretty figure, pulling you more towards himself. You felt solace in his embrace. You felt safe and secure after a long time. Taeyang was caressing your hand and said in soothing tone, Taeyang, calm down, I am here only. You don't leave me alone, Taeyang. Please tightening your grip. You know I am here. I will not leave you alone anytime. Please calm down. Don't get scared. Rubbing your back. They stayed in each other for some time. When Taeyang felt you calmed down, he broke the hug but did not move his hold from your shoulder and looked at your face. You was crying, Taeyang. You could not see you crying. Your each tear was felt as if someone is stabbing on his heart. Mom and dad left me alone. Grandma also left me. You will also leave me one day, sobbing in his arms, clenching his shirt in his fist. Taehyung, no, you. I will not leave you. I will never allow anyone or any circumstance to come between us. No matter what, I will be always beside you. I care for you, dear, so much. You are mine, only mine. Holding your cheek in his hand and made you look into his eyes. Taehyung, trust me, please. Taehyung thought you was remembering your parents and grandma. He took you to bed and made you sit on bed. Taehyung sleep now made you lie on bed and covered you with blanket. Taehyung was going to his side, but he felt a grip on his side. He looked at you. You was holding his hand. You, please don't leave me, mumbled. Taehyung thought for a second and then moved near you. You shifted to other side of bed, giving him space to lie down. Taehyung lie down, taking you in his arms. You kept your head on his chest and hold his shirt in your fist. Where does Taehyung hold your shoulder with one hand and another hand keep it on, caressing your head till the time you slept peacefully. You mind tomorrow itself I will ask Taehyung to go back to Busan. I didn't want my past to affect my married life. I know Taehyung has right to know everything about it, but I don't know how to tell him. Will I be comfortable to discuss with him my fear, guilt and shame? You snuggled more into Taehyung and was tightening your fist over his shirt. Taehyung mind it is better to go home. More you will live here. She will get disturbed, but I will let her decide, closing his eyes, feeling his love in his embrace.